Our ESL education program at Augsburg is very unique in terms of its inclusivity. Classes are offered in the evening and met bi-weekly, which gives a chance for students with families and busy work schedule to be part of the program. Our program stands out for its unique approach. Unlike other programs that solely focus on linguistics, our program prioritizes social justice, asset-based approach, and cultural wealth. These elements are crucial for a well-rounded education system that meets the needs of our diverse learners.
I've been really impressed with just how urban education focused the program is. We're focused on helping or teaching students in urban education, like the students that you will find all throughout the Twin Cities, like real students. Like we read real students' stories, like we read books from Black authors, like we read texts from real people who have had these real experiences, and I just feel like it's such an enriching program in that way. Like it's very urban education focused. It's also like very social justice minded as well, which is something that I didn't know about the program before I did it, and it's something that I really appreciate and have taken a lot from it. And I'm so glad that I chose Augsburg. It's also just very small. Like it's kind of you really do get to know your professors and the students that are in your classes as well. And you're not really gonna find that at, a lot of other places. So that's also been really helpful.
I like the ESL program a lot here at Augsburg because I also got my bachelor's here. It's a very diverse faculty and also the students, and I like sharing this time here with my master's degree with people who share the similar values as me and who are studying the same thing.
What I really love about our program at Augsburg, it's led by a professor who's very experienced and was once an ESL student himself. So he can really give a full perspective of the profession that we are entering. And our program really focuses on not just teaching English, but considering our students as a whole. We talk a lot about, migration and culture, and how that affects their learning and how we can better meet these students where they're at in order to teach language more effectively.
It taught me about diversity. I had my first professor of color here at Augsburg, and it was the first place I felt I belonged because in elementary, middle, or high school, I never had a teacher of color, and there wasn't much diversity. And being here, I felt like I belonged, like I was wanted here, and I was included.
Actually, there are a couple of myths that I would like to clarify. Some of the monolinguals believe that they can't teach multilingual population because they have to speak their language, which is a myth. And then some of the multilinguals believe that they can't teach the multilingual population because their English is not their first language, which is another myth. This is what the ESL education preparation program is for, is to prepare you to teach this unique population. We use different methods and approaches.
I chose to teach ESL because I was a former ESL student and I never really felt like I belonged at my schools in elementary and didn't have any teachers that looked like me. So then I thought I want to become an ESL teacher to help students that speak my language and students of minorities who need teachers of color.
You need to have the dedication, but it's not an impossible thing to do. You don't have to know the languages that your students speak in order to teach English. I think that that's a very common misconception. I don't speak all the languages of my students, but I teach in a way that they're able to understand me.
If you are passionate about students and you are passionate about learning about your students and about where they come from and their stories and their lives and their families.
I would tell them to go for it because there's a lot of kids out there and a lot of newcomers coming here into Minnesota who need ESL teachers, and they need good ESL teachers of color who are passionate about teaching and helping these students overcome all the difficulties that they've encountered.
There's such a high need right now for ESL teachers, not just in Minnesota, but across the country. We are really experiencing a surge in migration. We have a lot of migrants that are coming to us, and they need to learn English skills in order to survive in this country, in order for them to get their new lives set up here in the United States, which is a very difficult thing to do, but I think ESL teachers have a very essential role in that.
If anyone is considering the ESL education program, I highly recommend that they speak to me directly. My contact information will be in this video, and I will be more than happy to speak to them about the program and answer their questions via email, Zoom, or in-person conversation.